Hello dear learners, welcome to our lecture in dairy science. In previous lecture we have seen the scope for this subject, how the scope is available for the different fields in India and outside the India. We have seen what job opportunities are available in the subject of dairy science after passing the BSc. Okay. We have also seen if we have talent, if we have the knowledge of the subject, then we will get the job opportunity not only in India but outside India also. So we have seen in detail, and I think not necessary to tell again the scope and opportunities available in this subject. Okay. So in this lecture we are going to see in detail the syllabus of this year. In this semester we are going to study two different papers. Paper number 1, that is the dairy farming in India, and paper number 2, the milk and physiology of lactation. So these two papers for this semester, and for the semester second we are going to study the processing technology of milk and farm animal health management, and these two papers will be studied after the given vacation. Okay, so in this lecture let's see in detail the content of these papers: dairy farming in India and milk and physiology of lactation. So let's see in detail about the syllabus, which is given by the Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathwada University for the first year student. Okay, so this is the paper number 1, that is the dairy farming in India, and in this paper we are going to study 4 different units: unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3, and unit number 4. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, so these are the 4 units: unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3, and unit number 4. In unit number 1 we are going to study in detail about the introduction to dairy farming in India, how the dairy farming is carried out in India, then history and domestication of dairy animals. Means the cattle and buffaloes, their history, how in history and these dairy animals were there, we are going to see in detail. Then the taxonomic classification of dairy animals, means sheep, goat, poultry, cattle and buffalo. We are going to see classification, taxonomic classification of these dairy animals. Then the animal husbandry in India, present and future. What are the different scope for available for the animal husbandry in India? Then the common terminology used in animal husbandry, means the various words which are used in dairy science. For example, what do you call to sheep and male sheep, male goat, female goat? What are the names given? Okay, what are the different names given to their young ones? Okay, so these are the terminology which is used in this in dairy science subject. So we are going to study in detail the various terms which is used in this subject. Then unit number 2, that is the animal husbandry regions in India. So the different animal husbandry regions are present in India, and what are the different animals are present in that regions, we are going to we will study into this part. Means Devni, you know very well that the Devni breed, which is very popular all over the world, and this Devni breed is generally found in Latur district. Okay, then Pandharpuri buffalo is generally found in Solapur and Pandharpur region. Kandari cattle breed. You might have heard the name, that is the Kandari. Kandari means the Kandari cattle is generally found in the Nanded and the Kandar taluka of Nanded district. Okay, so like this, just I have given the examples of our Marathwada region, and like this we are going to study. We will study the different regions of India. Then the cattle and buffalo role in national economy, how the cattle and buffalo plays a very important role in national economy. Then the study of farming system in India, the various farming systems, the mixed farming, specialized farming. So like this, these systems we are going to study. We will study into this part. Then the role of national dairy cooperatives, NDDB. NDDB means National Dairy Development Board and Operation Flood Program in enhancing milk productions. As you know that India is the largest milk producer country in the world, and how India achieved this place, and this place is achieved due to the dairy cooperatives, due to the NDDB, and due to the Operation Flood programs conducted in India. India secured the first position in milk production. So these are these are the content which is we will study in unit number 2nd. Then unit number 3rd, establishment of dairy farm. If anyone want to start the dairy farm, so how to start the dairy farm, it will be studied under this title, that is the establishment of dairy farm. So how to start the dairy farm, that will be studied under this point. Then selection of site. If you want to select dairy farm site, how to select, which site should be selected, that is studied into this. Then the different structure, the location, the space requirement, and the housing materials which is required for the construction of the dairy farm. So that is again studied into this point. Then what should be the location, then the space required for a particular cattle and buffalo. So that is to be studied into this point. Then the capital, types of capital, ways of represent, means to start the any business we need money. How to raise this money? Okay, so we have to study this point under this point, that is the capital types and the ways of how to raise the fund to start the business. Saying for dairy, the different types of house are available. For example, head to head, tail to tail, free range, water supply, light, ventilation, drainage system, disposal of carcass, recycling of dairy animal waste, maintenance of sanitary and hygienic conditions on farm. So when we start the dairy farm, we require the water, we require the light, we require the ventilation, then the drainage system. All these points will be studied under these points and in number 4. So this is the paper number 1st, that is the dairy farming in India, and these are the different 4 units that are going to be studied in coming lectures. Okay, let's say the paper number 2nd. Paper number 2nd is based on the milk and physiology of lactation, means how the milk is synthesized in udder. That is to be studied in this paper. First point, unit number 1st, unit 2nd, unit 3rd, and unit 4th. Again, in this paper also, we are going to study the 4 different units. So, unit number 1 contains the introduction to subject, production and collection of trends of milk in India, how the milk is produced in India, then lactation period, morphology and anatomy of udder. Means into this point, we are going to study in detail about the morphology and anatomy of udder, means the structural study and functional study of udder. Udder means it is the important unit which produces the milk. Okay, so here in this unit we are going to study in detail about the structure and morphology of udder. Unit number 2nd contains contains the endocrine and hormones in milk secretions. Means the what are the different hormones which are responsible or useful in secretion of milk. So we will study the different hormones. Then theories of milk secretions. Here in this point we are going to study the different theories which is given by the different scientists. And then physiology of milk secretion, how the milk is secreted, the milk, its definition and the composition of milk, how the milk is defined, and what are the different components present in that milk. This point will be studied in this point, that is the milk, unit number 2. And in unit number 3 we will study the study of major milk constituents, means the fat, protein, lactose, proteins. These are the major milk constituents, and so we will study it in detail. Then the water, lactose, lipids, means the fats, study of minor constituents and the nutritive value of milk. Okay, so how the milk is called as a nearly complete food. How it is called as a nearly complete food? Because it contains the nearly all the components which is required for our normal body growth, and all those nutrients are present in milk, and therefore it is called as the nearly complete food. So here in this point, that is the nutritional milk, we will again see, or we will again learn in detail the nutritive value of milk from the unit number 3. And the unit number 4 contains the various factors which affects on the quality and quantity of milk. Then physical and chemical properties of milk, why milk is whitish in color, why the milk is yellowish in color. So we will get the answer of this question after studying this point, that is the physical and chemical properties of milk. Sources of contamination of milk, how the milk is contaminated, what are the different sources due to which milk get contaminated. Okay, so again we will get the answer of these questions after studying this point. Then the clean milk production, how the clean milk is produced. There are some points, that point should be considered, that point should be followed, so we will get the clean milk that will be studied in this point. That's the clean production. And then the last but not least, the classification of bacteria and fermentation of milk, how the bacteria are classified on the basis of temperature, on the basis of their shape. Okay, and the fermentation of milk, how the milk is fermented. So this is we will study all these 4 units: unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3, and unit number 4. Okay, so this is the syllabus for the paper number 2. So in this way we have seen the syllabus for the paper number 1 and paper number 2. So thank you very much for listening my lecture. Subscribe the channel. The subscribe button is available below to this video. Just click on that button, subscribe the channel, so you will be informed for the next lecture. And each and every lecture will be available to you on YouTube channel. So watch regularly my lecture, so each and every point which is given here in this syllabus, that will be clear, and I have confidence that there will be no doubt will remain to clear. So thank you very much. Subscribe to channel, watch my channel regularly, so you will get all the information regarding the dairy science subject. Thank you.